All right, so starting with the blues, practice the shuffle exercise a little bit. Again, that just gets it into your system. And then I want you to learn each of these solos, basically. And again, this is not normally how you would write this out. This is a little overwrought. It's like every single... I write things this way. You'll see the next things that we learn. I write things this way so you can see every single beat, which is really important because people tend to gloss over the things that they can't see in the beginning until it's really hammered into your brain what's actually going on. So
what's the other way of writing it? I'm so curious.
Don't worry. You'll see. It's the way that you've seen things written out. Anyway,
okay.
And it's all to do with this concept of swing versus straight.
Yeah.
And on any given piece of music, some things are straight, some things are swung, and it's kind of difficult to see it unless you have a trained eye.
Okay.
And we'll get there. So this is just, again, just learn this stuff. So we start with our pre-bounce, which is just teaching you some chords to play with the shuffle. This is a standard way to accompany a blues shuffle. It sounds like this. Just real simple, real strict right now. Everything is down an octave, by the way. Here comes the turnaround. Okay? Now, the main thing to realize here, especially on that turnaround, you have your... If we slow it down, your timeline, remember your timeline.
Yeah.
So in the, this is, every single beat is represented on this page.
Yeah.
So you're not going to miss anything. And when you get to that turnaround, 1, 2, boom, boom, da, da, that's syncopated, you know? But if you take the time to play with a metronome, get it. I played it really fast just then, but check it out. I think you'll be able to do that. Then, the bounce. This next one. Same chords, same turnaround.
Names.
Well, it teaches you to bounce. You're going to see. So this is, just notice where it is on the, in the pattern. This is going to teach you about the subtleties of blues feel, shuffle feel, swing feel. It's a long subject, but basically you want to get used to emphasizing that third beat. So, right? Incidentally, I'm going to give you something to play along to this. So this is the same thing. You go through the whole thing.
Okay.
That's just hammering a feel into your system. Now we have all these little solos. Now, again, these are written out. Why don't we start with number 1? So that you can see exactly what's happening here. So if I play this first one. And I mean, I think that you'll be able to just learn that. But again, mainly what we're doing is we're teaching your brain how to break down all these different rhythms. Because when you sit or when you watch people soloing in the blues, just going ham, it's hard to really see exactly how things are lining up. And this is a tool. This is the beginning of a concept that's going to help you to understand all of these styles of playing, and it's going to give you the ability to execute effortlessly so that both of your hands are just
right.
working together.
I'll take your word for it.
Take my word for it. Okay, so there's a few solos. You got your exercises. Now I want to talk about scales really quick. Just a new way to practice scales. Again, this is about theoretical application, not just teaching you this is how you play a scale, but this is an actual application of that concept. And it's pretty simple in the beginning. So we're going to have this is our C major scale. We're just going to start with 3 scales, by the way. C major, G major, and F major. Okay? And what we're going to do is the same thing in each of those scales so that you can start to see how they are related.
Okay.
So starting with C major, that was a bird. The concept is there's 7 notes in the scale. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and we number all the notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the first thing that you do is just play the scale up and down with your right hand. And then we're going to play all the chords associated with that scale. So when you have a scale, basically what that means is all the chords in your chord progression are going to come from that scale. All the melody notes are also going to come from that scale, right? Obviously, sometimes you go outside, but we're going to stay in the safe zone right now, and then once you understand that, we'll go outside of it. So in other words, if I start a chord on the first note of the scale, I get a C major chord. On the second note of the scale, D minor. Third, E minor, F major, 5 is G, 6 is A minor, 7 is B diminished. So part of learning about this is just memorizing all that. And you're going to play like this. You're going to play the chord in your left hand, say the chord to yourself, and play the scale in the right hand. So 1 is C major, and I play the scale with the chord. Yay. 2 is D minor. I'm going to play a C major scale still. D minor. 3 is E minor.
You're playing the C
Still
scale.
playing the C scale, yeah. 4 is F major. 5 is G major. 6 is A minor. 7 is B diminished. That's doing a few things. That's going to reinforce what all the chords are and what number they are. And you're also going to be implanting that in your ear.
And why are we playing the C scale against?
Because all of those, that's a good question. All of those chords are related to the C major scale.
Okay.
All of those chords exist in the C major scale. And that's one of the concepts that we're trying to introduce you.
I see, yeah, right.
And
because you're playing the C major scale. Yeah, got it. All right.
It'll just do this, it'll make more sense. Now, the second thing you're going to do after you do that, you're going to play a chord progression. So the first one we're going to do is a 1 4 5 4 1. And in the key of C, we just learned that our 1 chord is C, our 4 chord is F major, our 5 chord is G major. So you're going to play bass with your left hand, single notes with your left hand, chords with your right hand. So you're going to go 1 4 5 4 1. Pretty simple. Then you can play if you want to play Louie Louie. You can. There it is. And then you know that Wild Thing, Louie Louie, a lot of songs you're going to go, oh, that's a 1 4 5. You just kind of tuck that into your brain. And that's useful information. Yeah, so you do that, and then you're going to play a melody. You're going to play... Okay, Vivaldi, spring. It's springtime. We should herald the spring. But not only are you going to play the melody, but you're going to think about the melody. What are the components of the melody? In other words, you're going to say the melody, you can say the names of the notes, but you can also say what number of the scale they are. You're going to start to associate melody notes with numbers in your head. And if you can do that, then you're going to start to hear things and be able to play them without futzing around. You're just going to hear the melody and go, oh, I know that's the third note. I know that melody starts on the 5. That type of thing. So this is training your brain.
I'm pretty good at that. Like that's one of my
good.
strengths is that I can pick out. I could just sit down and play that for you right now. Like
Awesome.
with the 4